Yo, what is going on, guys? Gotta fix my hair. What is going on? Oh, what is going on, guys? It is Echo Killshot, and welcome back to a brand new video. Ooh, this is the third, okay? The third MCU movie. If you're including Venom, Let There Be Carnage, it's the fourth. But we're gonna say it's the third, because, we pumping out all these movies, bro. The third MCU movie of the year, okay? And we still got one more left. Unless it gets delayed, which hopefully it's not. Yes, guys, okay. We are going to be going on a journey like we did for the other two, Venom and Shang-Chi, where I'm going to take you on the journey of me going to go see Marvel's Eternals. My expectations are just to get to know the characters, see how it all connects to the MCU, because a lot of history is going to have to be told in this 2-hour and pretty much 40-minute flick. And to me, that's just crazy. It's not excessive at all because, especially since it's not an Avengers movie, but I'm sure it will feel like it because it's got the amount of characters to do an Avengers movie. But this one is going to be pretty much just, it's going to be crazy, okay? I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my review, and I'm going to take you guys on the journey. I'm also going with some friends who I don't know if they want to be in the YouTube video or not, but if they do, they're going to come and say, hey, so that's going to be awesome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that, because it really helps me out a ton, and man, this is going to be crazy. I'm not going to say too much, because, well, we're already 2 minutes into the video, but, yeah, all I got to say is, man, Icarus is going to rip some crap out some deviants. Yeah, I'll see you guys when I get to the theater, okay? Yeah, bye. Okay, guys, I don't have a poster to show you behind me, but we are at the movie theaters, as you can see, and I'll see you in the actual theater. Okay, guys, so I just got back home after seeing Marvel's Eternals, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I'm impressed with the director, and this movie did exceed my expectations, but only by a little bit, okay? We're gonna go into it, we're gonna talk about the characters, what I think about all the characters, and yeah, that'll be really fun. So first I want to talk about the story. I thought the story was pretty cool, and this is going to be a non-spoiler review. As you guys probably know from all my other movie reviews, I don't like to spoil movies, even if it's been out for a while. I'm just going to give my straight up thoughts on it without spoiling it. So, story follows, 10 superpowered beings that are given a purpose on Earth, and they really start to question each other throughout that time when they all come back together. Yes, they do split up, but it's for the best, and I'm not gonna say the reason. Just you're gonna have to go see that for yourself. But really, this movie follows friendship. Follows a lot of twists and turns, family too, and the characters are pretty relatable. Sprite is definitely relatable. Icarus is one of the most relatable ones to me. It's really all how you look at it. Each character is relatable in their own way. I don't want to go into the representation on, this, that. Sorry guys, it cut out. But, like I was saying, the representation, there is one sex scene. But I feel like it's necessary for the growth of the two characters, which you can probably guess, who those characters are. But story's pretty great. I'm gonna give it a, 7 out of 10. Just for the threat, which I'm not going to spoil. The villain is a tough one because there really isn't a major villain. There really isn't a villain if you think about it. There is, but I'm not going to say it. The villain is okay. Okay? That's all I'm going to leave it at now, because there's a villain, but there's not a villain. It's kind of weird. I'm going to shot my Coke. But yeah, like I was saying, the story's pretty good, okay? So we'll move on from that. Now, let's talk about the characters. So, I'm going to talk about each one and what I think of them. So, Icarus. Icarus, for me, in the movie, he's a very loyal companion. He is very compassionate. He, even though he looks aggressive and he looks stubborn, he's loyal. He's cool. He's he, he he's just he'll do what he needs to, for his family and for Earth from the deviants. He's just that loyal companion guy, and yeah, I'd say he's my favorite Eternal. That and probably Kingo. Kingo's a pretty cool Eternal as well. Next up, we got Ajax. Now, all I gotta say about Ajax is that she's caring. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about her. Okay, not gonna spoil it. Like I said. Next up, we got Cersei. Played by Gemma Chan. Cersei's cool. Her powers are cool. She's definitely a major character towards the end. And her development is pretty cool. You get to see a little bit of her struggles and a little bit of emotion from all these characters, in fact. This movie is not an action movie. Well, yes, there's action and there's a lot of it. But for the runtime it has, the majority of it is character building and making you attach to these characters. Now, for me, I don't really get attached to too many characters. And that goes for any movie. I'm just not that type of guy to be like, oh my god, I really hope they don't pass away. You know, which, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I don't get attached too quickly. This movie didn't get me attached, but it made me intrigued in the characters. It didn't get me emotional about them or anything, but there is a lot of flashbacks, and when I say it shows you a lot of the history from historical events that the Eternals help out with, it really does do that. And characters like, what's his name? I'm trying to look on here, because I'm still having trouble pronouncing all of them. Fastos, the weapons guy, he's really influential in wanting to advance humanity, and I find that amazing how these characters have heart, and even though their mission is to kill the deviants, they also want to help out humanity in a lot of ways. And, you know, Fastos, he's caring, he's, you know, he's awesome, he's funny in some parts in the movie, which I can really respect and I like, and, you know, he's caring, he's loving. He's also very argumentative and stubborn when he needs to, usually against Icarus and Druig. But aside from that, he's loyal. He's like Icarus, just not as scary looking, is all I'm gonna say. So next up we got Makari, the deaf speedster. I like what they did with the whole deaf thing, and knowing that the actual actress is deaf, it really adds more amazement to it, knowing that they're able to do this, especially in a Marvel movie. Makari, her power is that she's got super speed. She can also feel vibrations of pretty much everything around her, so she's not completely deaf. But, you know, she only grunts probably one time in the movie. And, you know, for a deaf character to grunt and really, like, actually speak, it's actually a lot. And you'd be surprised in the scenario it is that she does do that. But yeah, I like her. Not my favorite Eternal out of the bunch because, you know, didn't really get too much from her, as much as the others. But she's still cool. She's still a vibe. Next up, we got Athena. Or Athena, but I'm just gonna call her Athena. She's kind of like Hela in a case where she's a warrior, she's a fighter, but instead of the goddess of death, she's the goddess of war. Okay? And a lot of these characters are taken from Greek mythology and all that stuff, which is still cool because I'm into that kind of stuff. But her character she's dealing with this side conflict inside of her where I thought it was the deviants messing with her mind, but it was really something else, which I'm not gonna spoil, but it was really something else battling within her, and you know, making her kind of go crazy with the little white eyes. You guys probably know what I'm talking about if you've seen the trailer, but yeah, she's cool. She's friends. She's built an amazing relationship with all the Eternals, especially Gilgamesh. Or Gilgamesh, I don't know, Gilgamesh, who is her best friend. Gilgamesh, I'm gonna talk about him in a little bit, but yeah, Athena, played by Angelina Jolie, she does a pretty good job. You know, it's still not my favorite out of the bunch, but you know, the choreography for her is amazing. The choreography for all of them is amazing. But yeah, so next up, I'm going to talk about Sprite, the kid per se persona. Even though she doesn't act like a kid, she is really 7,000 years old. So her main struggle is, well, she looks like a kid. Her powers really don't affect her in a negative way. It's really just her appearance and how she's kind of treated, and she's kind of made fun of as this Tinkerbell or something. And, you know, it really shows her having to kind of put that aside, because, believe it or not, she is one of them. She's practically a really old granny. But, it's kind of dealing with her purpose and her dealing with that, and she's kind of the joke of the whole movie. She does have some comedic reliefs in there, but she's also got some serious moments, and one that is very important in the third act, which I think you guys are really gonna like. But yeah, I like Sprite. Once again, not my favorite. That's all I pretty much got to say about her. I'm trying to say everything because, you know, I got done seeing the movie like 2 hours ago. I took a little nap because that movie's long, man. It's pretty long. But yeah, she's cool. You know, I like her character, and hopefully we get to see more of her. Next up, we got Druig, the mind control sussy baka. This man is like super suspicious, but he's not, because he is actually, instead of the bad suspicious, he's the good suspicious. He's, if that's even a thing, he's compassionate. He really wants what's right for Earth, and he doesn't like seeing all these wars happening, knowing that he can prevent it. Even though the Eternals really can't interfere with, you know, human consequences and stuff like that. They're only there to stop the deviants, but knowing they have a bigger purpose, knowing that they can fulfill a bigger purpose, knowing that they got to go against their creators, if it's for the best, then that's what Druig wants to accomplish, and he is, he's one of my favorites too. You know, he's chill, he's funny. Him and Icarus have, you know, a little bit of beef, so as Phastos, so that kind of triangle between Icarus, Phastos, and Druig is, it's a really aggressive triangle, is all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, Druig is cool, he's a vibe, he's, like I said, you know, compassionate, he cares, but he will go to the absolute extent, even if it means, you know, taking control of his own family's minds, you know, the Eternals, just so he can really save humanity. And believe it or not, that's what Phastos wants to do as well. And it's crazy how these cosmic beings get sent to Earth, and, you know, throughout time, they just start wanting more and more. They want more to do with it. They really care about it. And the conflict is actually kind of going against that, which I'm not going to spoil because, you know. But next up, we got, I think this is the last one. I'll talk about Dane Whitman, too, or Whiteman. Next up, we got Kingo. Kingo is actually my second favorite Eternal. First one is obviously Icarus. Kingo is, he's loyal, man. Loyal as hell. He's pretty much the Johnny Cage of the Marvel Universe, okay? He's funny, he's a movie actor, but instead of kicks, he's got these cool little, I don't know what you call him, but he's got these cool little blast things that just look absolutely crazy in one scene. And you think he'd kind of be on the lower tier of the Eternals, but he really does bring the team together, and he is pretty freaking powerful. Also, the man is just amazing at what he does. I don't remember the actor's name, but I definitely got to look at more of his movies because he killed this role. All of them did. And yeah, man, I really like Kingo. He brings the comedy even when it's not needed. He's just awesome. Him and his bodyguard, who is pretty funny as well. You guys will see that when you go see the movie. And now we're gonna talk about the Black Knight, Dane Whitman. Believe it or not, he's really not in the movie that much. He is in the end, but I'm not gonna spoil it. God, I gotta stop myself from trying to spoil it. So he is not the Black Knight yet, or at least I think he used to be. Still not sure about that. But he, he's in love with Cersei. Icarus is in love with Cersei, so another triangle, a love triangle. Him and Icarus don't really have any beef, though. It's really in the beginning of the movie where they first interact, but, not gonna spoil it. The Deviants were cool. I haven't read any of the comics, so I'm just kind of going off of the movie, but I'm also trying to do my research from the source material to understand what is going on. Yeah, he's cool. Well, what am I talking about? The Deviants are just really there. They are, you put them against Icarus, bro. Icarus will literally tear him in half. Each one of them gets to show off their abilities, in the beginning scene, and, it's really cool. Yeah. Yada, yada, yada. Deviants are cool. Yeah. But, when this movie really, really dives deep, okay? Dives deep into, the creation of the Eternals, their true purpose, but also them trying to find who they really are inside and what they really want, and, really them kind of showing their true selves. That's all I'm going to leave it at there. This movie for me, man, was a 7 out of 10. I do not know why it is hated a lot. Probably because the whole gay thing, but I really don't like to, worry or talk about that. It's not me being homophobic. I just, it's just not my cup of tea. But yeah, man, this movie is going to be a 7 out of 10 for me. It really does not feel like a Marvel movie. And maybe that's a good thing, because when I tell you they go in a completely different direction, they go in a completely different direction. Chloe Zhao, haven't seen her work before, but just from this movie, I definitely got to check out some more of her work, because it really is extraordinary. This movie is not a masterpiece, but it is something that I need to I need to treasure, because even though it's not the best, it's just unknown characters to me. When I hopefully read the comics, it'll make me more excited. And I'm just gonna say this to you guys right now: it is setting up for a sequel. Okay, the post-credit scene does set up for a sequel. But I'm not gonna say anything about the post-credit scene. Only that it is awesome, and there's 2, and you need to stay to the very end, because it is awesome. It really is. But yeah, looks like Eternals is gonna be getting a sequel. Even if it's hated on by a lot of stupid film critics, because honestly, they think that they know everything about what a good Marvel movie is, when yet they need to realize that switching up the formula isn't always a bad thing. And for this movie, it really did put that to word for word. This movie was awesome. It would definitely be a rewatch for me. Nearing the 16-minute mark. this movie review. It's definitely going to be one of my longest, but one that I really felt like I needed to talk about. Franchise Fanatic, I can't wait for your review on this, man. If you have or haven't already seen it, you're going to love this movie. I kind of feel like you're gonna love this movie. I want to see you talk about your favorite Eternal in the review, or whenever you're seeing this. You know, maybe you already have. I don't know. But yeah, I would love to see you talk about a lot of factors. Maybe a 20-minute review. That would be cool because I really like hearing your insight on things. I also want to hear what you guys think about this movie in the comments too. Some of you may disagree, some of you may not. This is just my opinion, but I like this movie. And next Marvel movie, man, Spider-Man No Way Home, bro. That's gonna be crazy. But yeah, guys, Funko Pop fanatic over here. But yeah, thank you all for watching this review on Marvel's Eternals. I liked it. I liked all the characters for the most part. And it really is a character building up based film. Okay, so it does feel sci-fi. It doesn't feel like a Marvel movie, only for a few references, and of course the Celestials. But aside from that, it's a really good movie. Okay, it's probably not my top 10. Maybe I gotta do a ranking soon. But yeah, I'm gonna stop blabbering. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that because it really helps me out a ton. But I'll see you all in the next freaking video review. Probably Guardians of the Galaxy episode. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.